Hello, everyone from the Coherence Meditation Gym, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I encourage you to come join us at the gym where we meditate. And today I am with Mangi Gita, and we've been working together. I'm really, really excited to bring to you this, us being part of this initiative, which we've brought on before, but this year the intention is to really dive into creating a practice. So once a month, starting here on January, the with the auspicious time of the Lunar New Year, we'll be doing a synchronized meditation, a short 15-minute meditation. But what is really unique and exciting is that we will be logging into the Global Coherence Initiative app and measuring our coherence. Mungi, I know you have experience with the app, and I'd love for you to share with us your experience with it, and then also show us how to how to use it, like as we go into meditation. Yeah, tell us what
Yeah.
what has your experience been?
Well, so to me, just the practice of heart math has been really important lately, and I've made a point to myself to stay consistent with that practice. And this tool has been a big part of that consistency. And so as soon as I started using it, it was just so easy to use, very intuitive, and it allows me to get feedback so that I could see just the progress that I'm making. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, wow, and I love that you have taken that on, because um, I don't actually. I have and a lot. I know a lot of people are familiar with the sensors from HeartMath, where it's a Bluetooth device that you plug into your earlobe, and it measures your pulse, and then gives you the biofeedback of what your heart is doing. But we want everyone in the world to connect with this, and HeartMath has this beautiful technology where we don't need the sensor. We don't need to buy something separate. There is uh, now the technology allows us to use our finger as a way to pick up the pulse using our phone. So everyone in the world that has a phone and internet, and can download the app, has the ability to tap into this amazing project that, I mean, like you said, you've been consistent measuring your coherence, so you can use it for your individual practice to stay consistent, to see your biofeedback, your uh
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
and there's so much. First of all, it couldn't be simpler. It couldn't be easier to use. Um, and then there's so much more to the app than just measuring your coherence and seeing your progress. There's also guides, there's tutorials, there's groups you can join. There's just this whole ecosystem, global
Mm,
coherence ecosystem contained within the app. And it's like you said, it's free. So it really couldn't be simpler.
yeah, I really I love that you have tapped into it, Mwangi, that and that that you've explored all the things that are available there, that this when they came out with this app. I know it's been growing. It's been they've been updating it, and it just keeps getting more and more exciting. And so
Yes.
I'm very thankful to you that you want, like, you're encouraged all of
Mhm.
this to, like, hey, let's bring this on. Um and we'll be partnering with more people. I mean, the intention is there to get the world connected to their hearts, and for us to synchronize together, um, getting us individually coherent. But the also the very beautiful, exciting part is that when we connect, to our hearts, we're also connecting to the, the collective, um, the heart of humanity, helping
Yep.
raise the frequency, raise the consciousness of the planet. And so the app has this ability to And it's really fascinating. The initiative, just to kind of give us a little bit of what it is, it's a science-based international effort that actually is being researched. So research is being conducted, and what they measure is the interactions between us humans and the Earth's magnetic field, and as well as the collective intention. So when we get into coherence, we know that we are not only affecting ourselves, we are getting into this state of optimal well-being and performance, but we're also synchronizing with the Earth's magnetic field, which is, it just makes sense that we are we feel good. When we feel good, we are part of the whole world. We are in the same frequency of the Earth's magnetic field. So what more amazing thing to feel connected within ourselves, but also connected with the people that are in meditation at the moment, synchronized in meditation, but also to the Earth's magnetic field. And so the Heart Math Institute or the Global Coherence Initiative has these magnetometers. I think that's what they're called, these machines all over the globe. There's actually six or seven, six. They're in six in California, and Saudi Arabia, and New Zealand, and Canada, South Africa, and Lithuania. And so it's just like so fascinating that as we individually get into coherence, that those frequencies can be measured, and they're being picked up. So yeah. What is your feeling, Wangi, when you're connected? I mean, yeah, for
Yeah,
yourself.
it's really amazing because you can actually go into the app and you can see a map, a global map of where people are connected. And I believe it's used in over 150 countries now.
Wow.
Um,
Uh-huh.
and another interesting statistic is like since 2000, as of 2023, I believe we collectively had contributed over 70,000 hours
Wow.
of coherence to the field. And so that was like almost 2 years ago. So imagine where it is now. But it's cool to be able to see where people are. And it just makes
Uh-huh.
you feel more connected because you can log in and see someone in like Southeast Asia or like in Europe or in Africa or in South America, and you just feel like a part of the movement. It gives you a visual to represent your participation in the movement. I
Yeah.
call it's to me, it's like a global movement that we're in now, right?
Yes.
To raise global coherence.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I love that. I get
Yeah.
chills. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
so we want to get people connected, downloading the app. So we do have two groups ourselves that we already we have the Coherence Meditation Gym. We have our own um, group. So when you download the app, there are groups that you can join, and then we're also part of the Heart Coherence Collaborative with Kyle and Leah, and that's really exciting. They have such a large following, and so with them, we'll use the Heart Coherence Collaborative to do our monthly new moon. So that's the new thing this year, is that we're starting once a month at the time of the new moon, or close enough to the new moon time, doing our activating meditations. So it's just a 15-minute meditation using the Global Coherence app. And so the intention is to gather us at that time. So it is important to log in at the time so that we can all be together. And when we go into our group, then our group collects points, or collects the data, and
Right.
it's recording the amount of time and your coherence, our individual coherence. So like you were saying, Wangi, like, you know your coherence. So there's some numbers. That's why it's sort of like, it's very scientific. So our coherence level, there's a spectrum, there's numbers. So the more coherent we are, so the better we feel, the better we allow ourselves to activate the regenerative feeling, because that is what gets us into coherence, the higher our numbers. So we want to make sure that we're contributing as much of our energy, of our frequency, our elevated frequency. And that brings me to what Roland McCready, who is the head of research of heart math in this initiative, and what he's always says, and I hope we take this with us, it's for something to remember every moment, is what are we feeding the field? So being the field environment is right there. It's like we can't touch it, but we can feel it. So what are we feeling the field at every moment? So getting ourselves coherent at every moment that we can matters. It matters. It is something that, helping that raise that vibration of the planet. It's one individual at a time, and each one of us is that important. So we get to do this now, once a month, and also the Global Coherence App. I know you go into the all the other. There's many other events. There's a full moon care focus as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's global events like that one you described. There are meditations that you can follow. There are tours, tutorials that you can read. There's actually a couple of really good tutorials. One of them describes the mission of GCI, and then the other one describes how they assign points to your coherence, so you can understand what you're seeing, what the points are, and what's behind that. And yeah, like you said, they have events every month that you can participate in, and they give you times when you can come together and do it in a group to just amplify your effect on the field.
Yeah, which is all beautiful, because we're all in different time zones, so you can find the one where you can join in and feel a part of. Shall we show people how to do it?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
So, did you want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna need to do is just really quickly connect to Zoom on my phone. So I'm gonna do
Oh,
that
okay.
now.
Okay.
And then you may not see me, but that's okay.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, there you are.
You can see me. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to just share my screen.
Okay.
So while I'm doing this, only the host can share, so you'll have to let me share.
Oh, okay.
And while I'm doing this, hopefully whoever's watching can, if they don't have the app, they can download it, because it just takes a few seconds. And then if they do have it, they can locate it and hopefully follow along with us.
I think I just gave you that sharing ability.
Perfect. Yes, I see it. So now I'm going to start share. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, perfect.
Wonderful. All right. So this is what you'll see when you launch the app. And Christina, let me know if you can't hear anything.
I can hear everything. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the global events you see up there, that's what we were talking about. Those are those live events. And it's basically, they have guided meditations. They have care focus. This care focus is another guided meditation. These are essentially just like guided meditations that are really cool. And then under guides, where you see guides, those first two are like tutorials, welcome and introduction to GCI, and then what is heart coherence. I would suggest and recommend that everyone using the app just take a few minutes and listen to those, because that really grounds you in the information that you need to have. And then you have all of these other meditations down here. Like there's so many. There's heart focused breathing, there's compassion, the power of collective intention, global peace meditation, different different durations, the trees guided meditation. So, and then if you look all the way up to the top right, the gear icon, and you select it, this is where all the tutorials live.
Nice.
So you can go and you can change your settings, and you can click a tutorial, and it takes you where you need to go. So let's step back here. Okay, the one thing you'll probably use the most of is the actual session feature. So what I just did was I went down to the bottom left, because I belong to the Coherence Meditation Gym group. I just went to the bottom left. I tapped on that, and this is what I get. And so what it's asking you is to pair your device, or you can use the phone's camera feature, which is what I use because I don't have a device. And so I click on camera, the third icon to the right, and then it takes me here. Now this is our group. So you can see your individual coherence points, you can see the group's collective coherence, and you can see the global coherence. And you can sort that by days, weeks, and months. As you can see, we've been accumulating a few points here. So what you want to do is you want to press on join session. And then what that'll do is it'll bring up this little camera. And what it's waiting for is for you to put your finger. I wish I could show you this, but it's basically your finger goes on the lens just below the flash on your phone. So that's important. Once you do that, and you can kind of see if you pull your finger away, it'll ask you to connect. So once you do that, you just give it a few, really just like a minute. What it's doing now is it's reading your heart rate, and it's determining your coherence based on your heart rate variability, and so on. And there's more that goes into this. It just takes a couple of minutes. And so while this is happening, I like to just remind myself of my intention and focus on my breathing as I'm doing it. Make sure that my breathing is good. My breathing is nice and relaxed. If you look at the very bottom, you'll see a breathing guide.
Yeah.
And at the very bottom, you'll see like a thing that's going back and forth. That's to assist you with your in-breath and your out-breath. And I've calibrated that. So I think the default is 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. But if you go back to the gear icon, you can actually change that to, if you have like a deeper breathing pattern that you want to be into, or a shallower breathing pattern, you can adjust that. So within a few minutes, you should see within a minute or so, you should see a score. And you can also, it gives you some options, like it tells you what you've contributed so far. It gives you some guides on what to do next. Right down at the bottom, you've contributed 0 coherence points. And then this is actually good that we're seeing this. So sometimes what might happen is it'll say where it's experiencing some difficulty. What I like to do is just stop the session, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
And then exit. This is good that we're seeing this in case it happens.
Okay.
And then go right back in. And it usually happens when you take your finger off the sensor. Because I think it confuses the app a little bit. Like, are you trying to, use it or not? So join the session again. And then it'll reset. So it's important to just keep your finger. And what I like to do is just like to relax my finger there. Sometimes I put the phone on the table or the desk, sometimes on my lap, and you just rest the phone up against your finger. And so we'll just give it Christina, I don't know if you want to add to this, but we'll just give it another minute or so they can see what it looks like.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think all I would say is that since these meditation will be short, to do for longer meditations, keeping your finger on the camera might be uncomfortable, but these shorter meditations are just perfect to really, like, the data that you're inputting into this this app, and know that this app is connected to all these sensors, and that, so it matters, you know, it really does. That effort that we do to maintain um, our pulse there, or to get our biofeedback, not only helps us, it is that data that it really changes, you know, there you are contributing to something larger. So yeah, that's and you know, even though even if it's not a big deal either, if for some reason you can't get it to work, but you are there in meditation, of course your energy matters, like the your intention and you feeling good. So don't let this get you frustrated, you know. If and in due time, like everything, it just becomes easier and easier, and just there's maybe this learning curve, so just be patient with it.
Yes, that's good advice. So as you can see my score, you know, at the bottom right, and it's to understand that score, you can go back to the tutorial and it'll tell you exactly how they determine the points. And I think the points are assigned every like 5 seconds while you're on the app. So I've never done this while giving a presentation. So my coherence, it might not be the highest right now.
Yeah.
However, when you're meditating, you see that it really you really become coherent and you start to go into like 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and 7s. I want to direct your attention to the top right. I mentioned the map. So if you click on the map where it says map, you can actually see where everybody is. This
I
is,
love
yeah. So there's people in the Midwest, in the West, a few of us in the East Coast, and then you can kind of scroll over and see where everybody else is.
wow, yeah.
Um, so it makes you feel so much more connected while you're using the app, and it doesn't interfere, as you can see, with the way the app is functioning.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to end your session, you just click stop session. And then in this page, before you exit, this is important, before you exit, you can scroll down and see how you've contributed as an
Yeah.
individual, and then what your group has been contributing, and then
Yeah.
the global contribution to the
Nice.
field. Yeah, and then once you've satisfied your curiosity, then you can exit session,
Yeah.
and then you can go exit one more time, and go back to the main page.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
that's all I have. Back to you, Christina.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I really appreciate that you that we're able to do this and use the technology again to see what, you know, your phone is doing, which you will have once you download the app. And I'll put the links for that somewhere around this video, and so that you can download the app and also join our two groups, the Heart Coherence Collaborative, and the other one for the Coherence Meditation Gym. And you know, just add your coherence points, and as we get together and use it, like really, like it's just a blessing really to have this app be completely free.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, so share it with family, share it with friends. Yeah, I think that we I am really excited to for us to contribute to this initiative. It's really a dream. I think that you know, once you connect, you'll start feeling the excitement of it, and hopefully, you know, like HeartMath says, let's make love go viral. we
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, I think that is all that we have. And so come and join us at the Coherence Meditation Gym. Come meditate with us, and wow, as always, just think about what are you feeding the field, and I know that if you're here watching, you're feeding the field with just peace and love and beauty, and the more we do it, and when we do it together, everything gets enhanced. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Mangi.
Thank you, Christina.
All right. See you soon. And remember to always come back to your heart. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.